Are you tired of the same old humdrum? Yeah, I guess I am. Oh, turn Critter Cove from wow to kapow. It's a good thing I'm not robophonic. Welcome everyone to a brand new cozy game. It's Critter Cove. This little gem releases in early access today, the 10th of September, with a console release planned for next year. Shout out to Gentleman Rat Studios for this sponsorship. These kinds of videos really keep me going, and it's always fun exploring a new world for the first time. So grab some popcorn, sit back, and enjoy my first impressions of this island life sim. Critter Cove is an open world life sim and town building game set in a cozy post-apocalyptic paradise filled with all sorts of critters, from sassy lizards to very demanding rats. We are tasked with restoring the main island to a flourishing tourist destination. Comment Copperbot to show your support for the greatest craftsman the island has ever seen. But we'll get to that. I started off by creating the anthropomorphic island manager of my dreams. There are an insane amount of hybrid variants to choose from, and after I've had my fun, I eventually settled on this sharp-looking bunny. I named her Bundley and headed out towards the island. Me and Anchor, the dapper steamboat shark, parked the car before it randomly exploded.
There are no accidents.
It looks like Anchor is just happy he didn't drown. Who's gonna tell him? Anchor casually dropped some lore on us and sent Bundley to find Renard. I reached the village and immediately found Renard waiting for me. He gave me the deed to a house of my own, so it's good to know that my property's legal affairs are in order. I found the empty building and collected some materials to fix it up a bit. I said hi to a passing creature who looks to be Haley in disguise. Just like that, the house repairs were complete. It came with a bed, 2 chests, and even a little chair. Back at the beach, I came across this rusted bucket of bolts named Copperbottom. He even gave me his number. With the basic wrench acquired, I could now dismantle the scrap laying around the village. A cool feature of this game is that you can dismantle stuff. You'll eventually figure out how to craft them yourself. This really encourages players to reshape and decorate the island to their heart's content. Copperbot showed me how to make basic tools and mentioned a sunken workshop. I'm glad to hear that we get to explore underwater at some point. I then fixed up the island workshop and dug around on the beach to find my first treasure map. After an incredibly eventful day 1, it was time to turn in for the night. While digging around on the beach, I caught a glimpse of a nearby shipwreck. And wouldn't you know it, the wreck was just below a very convenient rabbit-sized cave entrance. The way in was blocked, so I'll have to find out how to make a bomb first. The workshop is all set up now, so I made a basic forge to get some metal components. With all this crafting, I made sure to grab a fancy new jacket as well. I used the motor I found near the shipwreck to make a fabricator. Now we can get going properly. These shipwrecks are excellent for scavenging. I found a bunch of materials, including an elusive treadmill. I can't wait to see what mechanical marvels await me after such a long day of dismantling and scavenging everything in sight. I could finally craft this simple cutter and stone kiln, which basically set old Copperbot into a spin. The point of all this crafting is to prep the island for visitors and make a successful tourist trap. I met up with a quest-giving beaver named Checkmark, who said the first thing we gotta do is put up a lighthouse to guide incoming ships. While collecting the necessary materials, I found another hidden treasure chest with a useful blueprint inside. Just around the corner, I found some excellent art which got me really excited. It taught me how to make a furniture work table. I'll definitely be using this ASAP. While waiting to refine the lighthouse materials, couldn't resist and made a furniture crafting station before calling it a day. A new day dawned, so I went to check up on Anchor. He doesn't seem to have drowned just yet and congratulated me on collecting everything I needed to make a new ship. I can't wait to see what we'll find to explore beyond the main island. I named her the Black Pearl since my character appears to take whatever she can get her paws on. It's a basic ship, but she'll do nicely for now. Sure enough, my map revealed small islands scattered around the ocean, so I headed into the endless blue waters. I came upon the sunken workshop and found a resource finder. Perhaps this will help with the rare materials? I reached the shore to find a stranded deer of action, who told me his ship sank nearby with all his valuables. The underwater map is low-key huge, and I like the different depths and unique things lurking beneath the surface. I found Bamboo's loot and a cool purple jacket for my troubles. In classic NPC style, Bamboo can do almost nothing for himself and asked that I find him a home. Here's a tent, I guess? He loves it. While exploring more islands, I came across a half-sunken old lighthouse. I took its light, so now I guess it's just a house. I also stumbled upon an old loom. I bet I can use this to give my wardrobe a much-needed upgrade. While stripping the island to the bone, I found a jaguar begging me for some blueberries. I spared him one and he immediately jumped aboard the Pearl. Yeah, totally climb aboard random stranger. Surprisingly, he also wants a tent. I was able to craft a beautiful loom and handed in the final materials to craft the island's very own lighthouse. I decided to decorate the town with some lights since I could barely find my place in the dark last night. This made Sammy the cat so happy he gave me a bench that he just casually had in his pocket. Pokey is kinda growing on me as well. He read my mind and gave a quick overview on how to start my gardening journey. Of course, I'd need a watering can first. I've been picking up these garden planters all over the place, so the recipe finally unlocked. Time to get farming. I planted a few seeds and headed out to find the watering can. I came across the drawing I needed for this blueprint on a faraway island and sorted out my seedlings. Right after watering them, it started to rain. Well, it's the idea that counts, right? I expanded the field and fenced it off to keep out unwanted visitors. I think it came out great. Copper finished building the lighthouse, which is a great improvement to the skyline. I gave some materials for Bamboo to upgrade his house, which might have been a mistake. Now everyone wants a house of their own. How fantastic. At least it looks like I just have to get the materials and they'll build it themselves. Critter Cove got its first tourists before I'd finished setting up the cafe. So of course they all complained about having nothing to eat. All I needed was a pirate sign, so I went out diving to find more shipwrecks. At least the tourists enjoy this single bench I put in front of the workshop. I'll take the win whenever I can get it. I finished up another house and dropped off a pirate flag to complete the cafe. Hopefully my hungry tourists are still alive. Sammy the cat took this opportunity to tell me I look tired. Yeah, newsflash cat. I have been single-handedly putting this town back together. And after getting a snack, my tourists immediately complained about not having anywhere to shop. This might be a bit trickier than I thought. I ignored their complaints and headed out to sea. I came across these fascinating ruins and found all sorts of ancient artifacts. The foundations of these fascinating ruins were even more astounding. There were fish big and small swimming around, and I foraged around until the sun started to set. All in all, I quite enjoyed my time with Critter Cove. The townsfolk are a diverse bunch, and there is truly a wide variety of workbenches and decorations to craft. The map is much bigger than I expected, with tons of interesting set pieces and treasure to discover. There are still some aspects that could be improved, but overall I got immersed in a colorful environment. I spent over 8 hours playing this game and probably would play it again. Thanks again to the Gentleman Rat Studios for sponsoring today's video. If you want to see more content like this, like and subscribe for more Easy Lily. And let me know which game I should try next. For now, I will see you in the next video.